about half an hour of trying on stream before giving up and saying, look, it's possible, but I've got shit to do, and moving on. After that, just climb this rope and make your way to the next door. This next particular door is opened by pressing all of the 4 dark pressure plates, with each pressure plate having 2 silver studs on top. The strategy I found here is to enter in 2 players and have player 2 dive just ahead of the plate and then drop out, which will still activate the plate but not gather the studs. Spin the key, steal the idol, jump across this rope, and then get stuck again. Now you're supposed to jump across this pit using this vine, but since the rope has a ton of studs, we can't do that. Instead, jump as far across as you can and try to land at the base of the ladder. This should bait the player 2's computer into thinking you're all the way over, and you can switch into them and grab the pulleys. Now the boulder section spawns you on top of 1 silver stud, but if you instead enter the room as player 2, you'll have no such issue, and then just intentionally die 3 times to force cut to the end. The very last thing you have to worry about in this level are right here at these boxes, one of them having to be whipped across from this platform with some studs blocking it. If you carefully position yourself in this corner, you can grab the box with only grabbing 2 studs, bringing us up to a level total of 2. The following level, 1-2, is one of my favorite levels in the challenge, but that doesn't mean it's easy. For starters, you'll be touching 1 stud right away to get this key down and open the door. I tried jumping above the ladder to grab the key early, but until you knock it down, it's not really considered a grabbable object yet. After that, fight the gun dudes and head outside. Build the elevator to raise Indy up, but don't grab the bar. Instead, jump across this gap as Marion so the CPU player will automatically path to you. Do the same exact thing in this next area, then switch to Marion to move the TNT down, and while pushing it down, you'll be picking up 1 gold and 1 silver stud, bringing us up to a level total of 3. The next trick here might take some explaining. Lots of older LEGO games have jump buffers, which means if you jump, then press the A button in the air before you land, your character will then immediately jump the first available frame they're able to. This, accompanied by the use of some very jank geometry in these levels, can allow for some crazy skips. Like right here, where you can use a jump buffer to jump off of some invisible platforms on this wall. The other puzzle we encounter in this area are these handlebars, which all have gold studs located around the edges. You're able to jump around the first 2, but you'll need to be grabbing these last 2 golden studs when making your final jump, putting our level total up to 5. In this following room, the game wants you to do a bunch of platforming to lower this pressure plate down, but instead we're just gonna jump buffer all the way up here, and then jump down, bypassing the need to even play the game. The last complex jump you'll be making is off this railing to grab this bazooka, ending off the level with a total of 5 studs. Now 1-3 is full of just as many quirky movements as the last, starting us off with this gate. Normally, you have to do this whole song and dance to grab some keys and then spin open the door. But we can instead jump off of this key turner and drop in player 2 at the apex of our jump, which will spawn them behind the door. Make your way over to our rooftop sequence and jump off the right side to make it onto this invisible ledge, then drop down behind, ending up out of bounds, and run into our next loading zone. So far, so good. Push the ball down while making sure to avoid any studs along the outer rim, and then make some really tight jumps until you find the monkey. In my testing, you'll have to grab at least 1 of these bridge studs, but maybe I'm wrong. It's really hard to test a lot of these late level tricks because if you mess up, you have to play through the entire level over again, which is why some of these clips you see right now are in free play to skip cutscenes and speed up the process. But once you do that, you are practically home free. The only other thing you have to do is one final out of bounds clip where you jump off the back of this pillar to land below the ground and walk under the door to secure your victory at 1 stud. Coming up next, Well of Souls, one of my favorite levels from when I was a kid, and one that surely won't disappoint us now. You're going to need to toggle off VSync ASAP here. and then push Sala between this pillar and this wall to clip him out of bounds. Then run along the sides to skip the entire first half of the level, immediately putting us in as Marion and Indy. When you swing across this gap, make sure you do the same trick as in 1-1 with the character switch, and then do a lag clip as Chimkin does here to get a transition skip below the level, skipping the next room. Lag clips are kind of complicated. They're caused by the game being alt-tabbed in and out in rapid succession to mess with the overall collision of certain objects within the game, but can only be done in very specific areas, which I don't have time to go over in this video, but it is used quite a bit in this run. The snake room spawns you right on top of one silver stud, but luckily for us is also home to a very nice skip, where if you place Indy right on top of this dirt patch, then thread the needle between the studs on this rope and jump between the platforms, Indy will warp to the other side, and you can skip the entire boss fight thing. Impressively, the only studs here you have to touch are these 3 on the monkey bars and the 1 gold in front of our cutscene trigger, ending off this level at only 5 studs. I know we're going quite fast here, but we do have a lot to cover, so let's keep going. 1-5 is also a pretty fun one with some really cool flashy tricks. Starting off, you'll want to jump off of this gray cart to skip the entire first room. Then, you can either do this gate as intended or jump off the metal tower to speed things up. And now, for the hardest trick in the entire run. You'll have to position yourself in this corner very precisely, and that's it. The devs just extended the loading zone here a little bit too far, so yeah. Anyways, in cooler news, sidle Marion up against the crack of this gate, then place the anvil down to push her through and skip the entire boss fight, putting us into the car chase scene. The only possible studs here are at the very end, when you crash into the car with the ARC truck. To avoid these, simply drop out the player driving the car as soon as you collide, and you'll be cool, giving us our first 0 stud level. And finally, for the end of our first film, we have 1-6, the first level I ever speedran. For starters, make your way over to this box as Marion, and buffer jump off the corner of the tarp to skip the entire first room. Then use this plant to get on the roof of the building, jump to the electrical pole, then jump over the invisible wall, skipping the second room. In the Belloc fight, you'll have to do some more involved stud dodging, or lack thereof. Jumping off of this little crate, you can't really avoid these 4 on this platform, but with a well enough timed jump, you can skip this blue stud. And when he switches sides, you can make a small jump to bait Belloc down, then send him into his final phase. In this phase, you'll be grabbing another 2 studs to get Indy up to attack him, ending off this level with a total of 6 studs, and the movie with a total of 19 studs collected. Now, Raiders was a lot to handle, with a ton of different skips, clips, and everything else. But we've barely scratched the surface of this challenge, so why don't we move on to Temple of Doom. Level 2-1 starts us off inside of a nightclub, where we have to fetch an antidote for Indy, but we're not gonna do that. We're instead going to jump up the side of this wall, then drop in Indy as player 2, and then press the buttons. From there, we can grab the sword, cut the rope, and ride out of the first area. Once you gain control over your characters again, switch to Willy and head over to these canopies. Make a really precise jump to this ledge, then to the highest possible canopy, before jumping out of bounds and triggering the loading zone. Following that, you'll need to get 2 boxes to repair the escape plane. Switch over to Willy and grab this specific box from this upper shelf and bring it on down to enact a glitch called box stooping. In LEGO Indiana Jones, old characters, weak characters, and female characters have an extended animation for picking up boxes. If you switch characters in the middle of that animation, they'll freeze. If you then go to pick up the box that the weak character was trying to grab, it'll drop a copy in front of it. We can use this to drop a copy of the box onto one of the green base plates, then put the real one down to essentially get a 2-for-1 deal, ending off level 1 with 0 studs. 1-2 also goes extremely well too. You can bypass the elephant section by dismounting at the bridge, and then make your way to this specific corner. You can do a lag clip in this wall to get below the collision and enter the door without needing to collect any studs or bring the elephants over. Inside of Pankot Palace, you can jump out of bounds through the ceiling to skip any other required palace areas and head straight into the underground cult cave thing. The first obstacle here is this rope, which would normally have studs on it if I wasn't an idiot who forgot what the entire goal of the challenge was and didn't want to start the whole level over. The solution to this puzzle is actually pretty straightforward. Jump as far as possible as Willy, then have player 2 switch to the other character, who automatically jumps across the gap. Unfortunately, in our next section, you are going to be required to grab 1 silver stud as Indy at the top of this ladder, which is unavoidable as far as I am aware. Once you do that though, you'll be home free after 1 more lag clip. In contrast to the ease of levels 1 and 2, level 3 is a pain in the ass, and definitely the worst level by far. We start off with a difficult string of jumps on top of this ledge and this statue, which at the very least will net you just 1 stud, since normally this floating blue thing is a mini kit. But once you get over this 6-hour practice jump, you'll be doing a lag clip on this bottom ledge to skip having to get player 2 across, heading into the main chamber. I tried everything I could in this section, and didn't actually complete it until I began streaming the free play version of this challenge, where Zero, a prominent runner in the scene, gave me some insight. Right below the left arm of the tower, the game has some weird invisible platforms that you can navigate to grab the monkey bars, then the lever with 0 studs gathered. You can next execute a lag clip on the left side right here to sneak out of bounds, then jump back in bounds to grab the second lever. This brings us up to a total of 1 stud for the entire level, a huge improvement over what I thought to be an almost 12 stud level. Anyways, it's time for 1-4. Build the minecart while being careful to avoid the studs on this upper ledge with the box, or just a box dupe with Willy. Use the same jump bait drop in tech as the past few levels to avoid the studs on this rope, and then once more with these monkey bars. You'll need to do another jump warp, where you jump off the second platform as far as possible and angle it so you don't grab any of these studs. And once player 2 crosses that section, drop them in and drop you out, all to avoid just 1 measly stud. Jump into this corner, free the kid, and continue on with your life. Once again, jump buffer up the side of this wall, and then be free to enter into your boss fight. Normally, even in speedruns, you'll free short round to go attack the Maharaja, but to be honest, the kid has started to annoy me, so we're gonna do a new category I invented called Prison Percent, where we just forget he's there. Instead, as Willy, jump up here to bait the Maharaja away, and then do the next jump as normal. When it comes to the third jump, however, you're going to need to jump into this conveniently placed pocket in the wall, and then back out, to save us the studs from pushing this cart into place if we were short round, allowing us to exit to the minecart level with a total of 0 studs. There's not much to say about the minecart level besides this lag clip in the beginning, since if you just choose to not lean left nor right, you run no risk of gathering any studs, which puts the whole level at 0. And that leaves us at the very end of our movie, where we can use the same strategy as the boulder section to warp us to the end, then do a quick lag clip to skip the mountain scaling section. Again, we can do yet another clip on this door using this bush and some weird physics until we reach the platforming room. This room is pretty straightforward, since every other pillar we do will be studless. You have to grab 1 stud when jumping onto this last stretch of land, but that's about it. You can then let down this bridge with a perfectly placed whip, and do our last out of bounds area of the movie, which also just so happens to be the easiest. All you have to do is simply just walk into this hole and switch characters before you hit the loading zone, and then you're free to just walk under the door, take down Mola Ram, and end off this movie with a total of only 2 studs and counting. And so far, I've been pretty happy with our progress, but one more movie remains to be seen. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this movie in this challenge. I love the level design and the movie as a whole, but I wasn't able to do a lot here by myself, since a lot of the later levels require clips that I am unable to do. But let's just start off and see where that lands us. The first room of level 1 is quite simple. All you have to do is buffer jump off this lowered bridge down here and then enter the library. Grab this box and box dupe it 4 times to build the X on the floor. Switch to Indy and double jump off this flower, switching characters to bait the CPU into grabbing onto this bar, and then switch back. You'll have to grab at least 5 studs on this overhang, but no big deal. Dropping on down to the catacombs, we're going to do a drop and warp similar to 1-3 in Cairo, where you'll need to jump at this wall and drop in Indy at the apex. This will allow you to skip the abundance of studs on the ground in front of this book panel. You can make a jump to this ledge to skip the gold stud that spawns on the other side, grab the torch, and drop in Elsa. Next, you'll do an out-of-bounds clip against this barrier. If you toggle off VSync, kill player 2, then step forward just a step. When the second player respawns, they'll be pushed behind the transition, allowing them to walk behind the level and pop out right at the next cutscene. The boat section has no required studs in a normal playthrough of the game, allowing us to move on to 3-2, and it's a bit of a trickier one. The first couple areas go fine enough, until you reach this spinner. Luckily, with some tight movements, if you hug the inside of the green, you can avoid every single stud on this upper platform, sending you to the flaming room. Execute one of the hardest clips in the game to skip it, and then do a drop and warp at the back of these glass panels to exit outside. From there, head on over to the enemy panel and immediately drop out after you hit B to avoid gathering these studs, putting us at an amazing 0 studs once again. While it may not seem like Crusade is off to an amazing start, 3-3 does bring this back around a small amount. The first positive thing is that we can clip Indy's dad through this door to skip the entirety of the first room, then just walk along the motorcycle trail to avoid breaking anything while on a vehicle. You will need a motorcycle for this jump, however, but as long as you clear the way before heading up the ramp, nothing is at risk. The hitboxes on vehicles are very jank, however, so be careful. In this next room, you can wheelie on the bike, then double jump off to this roof to speed up the process just a little bit. And with some well-timed jumps, you can grab the box that allows you to access the cage with the bazooka, only to be met with a singular silver stud when picking it up, since for some reason you can't just use your whip. Regardless, proceed as normal until the final section of this level, where you can just complete it normally, or do a drop and warp to complete 3-3 with only 1 stud collected. As we reach the home stretch of this video, I want to remind you guys that these take forever to make. And if you do enjoy the effort that I put in, liking, commenting, and subscribing really does help motivate me to do more things like this in the future. No pressure though. 3-4, while complicated, is still pretty good for our run. The only thing you have to worry about is leaving the blimp with a bottle in hand. This will become super important later on, just trust me. Throw some chairs at the Nazis, do a well-timed double jump over this barrier, and one more across this ledge. Run to the end as Indy's dad and use the bottle to break open the metal cage blocking your progression. For some reason, the bottle counts as an explosive, which allows us to skip a majority of this level. And finally, to end off this section, do another out-of-bounds punching clip to hit the level-ending trigger right below the car, giving us yet another 0 stud level. Now it seems that things are turning around to be in our favor. Let's see if that momentum carries through in 3-5. Off the bat, we have only 2 routes, the most viable route being another punch out-of-bounds clip in this entryway, which would give us about 2 studs if done perfectly. Or we could try doing it the normal way, which at a first glance might be studless. However, you do have to grab at least 1 stud entering into this area anyways, meaning that the out-of-bounds clip is just more viable. we do yet another out-of-bounds clip to avoid picking up the studs in the next room by lodging Indy between a wall and this crate. Then we can use a well-timed horse jump to once again skip the next section, setting us home free at only 2 studs for the level. Pretty good stuff. And finally, for the final level of the run, we have 3-6, the culmination of all of our tricks. Starting off here, you can access the above panel right at the very bottom of the building, which will net you 3 studs, but still better than the normal route. Then do a punching out of bounds clip to go beneath this door, continuing us forward. You have to grab 1 silver stud when activating this book panel, then 2 gold making this jump, and another 1 silver with the final jump, putting us at 7 studs so far. Then grab another 3 studs when making this tight gap jump. Do another gap jump, grab this green thing, place it down, and whip it across, putting us at a total of 10 studs so far. The next room is the single most complicated room in the challenge, which is only fitting. First off, do a character jump switch with Sala, then switch to Indy to get across these bars. Then walk to about this point as Indiana and try to drop in player 2. This will, for some reason, start rapidly switching you between Sala and Indy, with Sala being underneath the death plane. You can do some tight maneuvering and jumps to eventually get Sala to warp up to the mainland. Jump up this wall, grab the blue box, and continue on forward. You'll have to grab 3 studs on this bridge in order to progress, but that takes you to our final room. Open the book panel, switch characters as you swing across, whip the cup, and end this challenge at 13 studs for the level and 21 for the full movie. This puts our entire story mode challenge playthrough at 42 studs in total, with improvements definitely being able to be made. If anyone whose copy of the game doesn't crash when toggling off your VSync, maybe they can find some extra lag clips or out-of-bounds punches, but that right now seems to be beyond my power. If you enjoyed the video, stay tuned for the free play version next week. And if you want to catch these done live, my Twitch is linked down below, along with my Discord. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next week.
What's the best part of your day?
Daily gratitude.
Haley, hey, what's the best part of your day?
How do you practice gratitude?
Journaling.
How do you practice gratitude?
What are you talking about?
What is your word for the day?
Alignment.
What's your word for the day?
Go away.
Favorite part of nature?
Sunshine.
Favorite part of nature?
None of it.
Favorite ways to practice self-love?
Taking care of myself.
Favorite ways to practice self-love?
Who are you?
Something you're passionate about and can't wait to share more of?
Nutrition.
Something you're passionate about and can't wait to share more of?
My breakfast.
What's for lunch today?
A Buddha bowl.
What's for lunch today?
Cheez-Its.
And what's next for form?
You'll find out really soon.
And what's next for you?
What?
Sammy, what's the best? Part of your day?
Daily gratitude.
Haley, hey, what's the best part?
Shut down. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Double kill.
watching Cuban cinema and Cuban actors. And I also watched so many of you here today. Your films made me dream of another world. And you continue to inspire